Chinese food.
This is really delicious. The best.
The best.
Wow.
We all had it as a takeaway or in the Chinese restaurant next to us. But I am in China and I want to try the authentic, delicious and diverse food that China has to offer. And I am starting in Beijing. But since this is my first time in China, I have no idea where to start or what to try.
Wow.
Welcome.
Chopsticks and scissors.
Which is why I have taken a food tour with Untour. Meet our amazing guide Garth, who is a local expert and he's bringing us to try some of the top foods in Beijing in the best restaurants and has some very big food surprises for us.
So scared. I'm so scared.
Come in and sit down.
Our first food stop is just a quick walk away and I am so excited to try my first authentic food experience in Beijing.
And our first stop is right here. It's the Mongolian or Beijing Hotpot. So we're going to get strips of mutton, strips of lamb, and we're going to flash boil them one by one and try them.
Okay.
Come inside.
Oh wow, that looks so small and cute. Look at that. It's very local and authentic. Oh, it's already set up
Yeah,
for us.
also come and sit in here.
Thank you.
The dish I saw in front of me was definitely a very interesting one to start with. Garth is so knowledgeable about the delicious Chinese cuisine and the history of China, which is something I love because what I was about to eat was not something I knew anything about. See, most hot pot in China gets its flavor from the broth, but this hot pot in Beijing gets most of its flavor from the dipping sauces.
There's some mushrooms, seaweed, leeks, and Chinese dates that go in, and some ginger.
These were some of the ingredients of the broth, but what about the dipping sauce? It's literally a sesame peanut party.
And then the pink dot on top is fermented tofu, which gives it an umami flavor. And the green dot on top is fermented Chinese chive, which gives it a garlicky flavor.
But what are we dipping into that sauce? Tofu skin to start with, and equally that was completely new to me.
You know, when you boil milk, it gets a skin on the top,
Yeah.
right? So the same thing happens when you boil soy milk. And what people do is they get a bamboo pole, slide it underneath, lift the skin off, and leave it to dry, and it becomes like this. And we're going to rehydrate it in this pot. So it's a type of tofu that comes from soy milk.
It looks like a big noodle.
It does look like noodles.
This looks amazing. I mean, just the structure of this pot looks like a little chimney. It's very, very special because the hot pots I saw before, and it's more like on the table and
Yeah.
like a bowl. But this was really special.
So this style, if you look inside, you'll see there are hot holes in there.
yes.
So you control the temperature by opening and closing this. If you want it to boil less, you close it and the oxygen coming in from the underneath is less. If you open it up, more oxygen comes through and the coals burn hotter.
Engineering level 100. Wow.
We've got some thin strips of mutton, so it's sheep meat, lamb or sheep, and
I never ate sheep before.
so you can see it's very lean.
Yeah, not that much.
Okay.
And when you put it in, it's just for 8 seconds.
Okay.
So back and forth for 8 seconds.
Yeah.
And so it's very, very tender because it's just cooked. When it looks cooked on the outside, it's ready to eat. It's already cooked on the inside. So I'll give that one to you.
Thank you.
Take some of the coriander and the spring onions, put it onto your dipping sauce, and then give it a really good stir.
Okay. How much?
As much as you like.
Wow, the sauce looks so creamy. It's like peanut butter.
Yeah, it is. So 20% peanut,
Yeah.
80% sesame. But the sesame's roasted, so it's got a really nutty flavor.
Told you, it's a sesame peanut party.
Oh God, I'm so scared to eat sheep. Okay, so first, it's really nice. You were right. My first sheep.
Good.
I think the sauce is just amazing. I can dip anything in this. So how is this dish called then?
Shuan roll. Shuan means to dip and boil. Shuan.
Bun roll.
Yeah,
How was the pronunciation?
excellent.
Wow, so delicious. Everything. I'm loving it.
I'm actually slightly jealous of the people of Beijing that can eat this dish every single day of their life. I wish I could have the same.
Okay, I guess we have a new favorite thing to eat.
And while I thought we had more than enough food for one full dinner on the table, there was more to try at this restaurant.
Original sodas from Beijing, but these are some really fantastic egg and Chinese chive dumplings.
I know everything around me is steamingly hot, but I can't wait any longer for the dumplings after a short cooling down period. So I'm mixing vinegar with chili, and here we go.
Go for it.
All in?
Yeah.
Do you eat all in one bite?
I think so.
Such a big bite. It's so good. Wow.
I could literally sit here all day with the Beijing style hotpot and the dumplings, but it is time to move on because we are on a food tour.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Luckily, we have a little digestion walk through the hutong and a local market before we stop at the next restaurant, which is equally one of those super local and hidden gem places.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, everything's really fresh here, and you can, on this side, people come and buy their noodles. On that side, you can buy local baked things.
This is like heaven. Right to the next restaurant, just a short walk away. God, I'm so excited. Ni hao.
Come and take a seat just over here.
Thank you.
And what we're going to try here is a really typical kind of Silk Road noodle. It's a thick, hand-pulled noodle, and they're going to fry it up with some tomato and some green peppers and some onion and cabbage.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Hand-pulled noodles. Can I see the kitchen or is
Yeah, absolutely.
Ah.
So you're going to see a modern method of making the noodles. What she's going to do is put some dough into the top of that, and it's going to extrude the noodles. It's going to push them out through the machine.
Whoa. That is so cool. And it's like boiling it immediately there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, look how long they are. And they are quite thick.
And then it's traditionally eaten with vinegar and chili.
Okay.
So try it first, then try it again with some chili.
Gosh, they're so slippery to hold in the... Wow, look how long it is.
What do you think?
It's quite salty.
Yeah, it's a little bit salty, and you can add, like I said, try it again now with this aged Chinese vinegar and some chili, which is over there.
Okay. This is amazing though. It's like a very unique flavor. Very like, how much should I put?
A little bit more. Not that much, that's probably good enough. Yeah.
It's very different again in flavor when you add the vinegar and the chili sauce. It's perfect now.
Yeah.
So much food, but we haven't tried some locally brewed beer just yet.
It's called Yanjing, and Yanjing is one of the old names for Beijing. So before it was called Beijing, it was called Yanjing, because it used to be the capital of a country called Yen, the kingdom of Yen. And Yen actually means swallow, like the birds that fly around. So Beijing's famous for swallows. And I'm not sure if that's the reason why the country was called Yen. But anyway, the beer is called Yanjing beer.
The bottle is also huge.
Yeah, it's only 3% though. Okay, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
So refreshing. Like German beer.
Yeah.
Very similar in this like light taste.
So there might be a reason why it's similar to German beer, and that's because one of the first places in China to make beer was actually a German colony.
Oh.
So the Germans took a part of China, and they had a city called Qingdao, and they had a beer factory there. And when they left the beer factory, and that's the first big wave of beer into China. So it's almost a German-style beer.
I had no idea the Germans were here. Bye. Thank you very much. I think I still haven't figured out how to say thank you correctly.
Xie xie.
Xie.
Yeah.
Because I say xi.
Xi sounds like washing clothes.
Oh, no.
Or you wash your body. Xi. No.
Xie.
Xie xie.
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 Oh God, I can't. Say it again.
Xie.
Xie. Okay, xie. Sounds okay?
Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, everyone will know what you mean.
Xie.
I don't know where our next stop is yet, but earlier I asked Garth.
We're gonna have desserts.
We can go to a shop that has some desserts and we can have a look at some.
Yes, please. I definitely have a sweet tooth.
And he did not forget about it.
So, by request, here's your sweet stock that we're going to have.
Really?
Yeah, so there is a type of yogurt here in Beijing.
Oh, amazing!
Actually, I'll put one in for you.
Yes, yeah.
Perfect.
Oh, better already. Thank you very much. It's amazing. Sweet dessert. So the Manchurian people from the last dynasty brought this beauty here to China, which is yogurt, and it is done with honey. It's a dessert. Let's see how it tastes like. It's also fermented. Very thick. It's like a thick yogurt. Yum. I'm not sure why there's a straw because it's more like a spoon-eating yogurt, but this is really delicious. It's definitely like sweet, or not too sweet, just like perfect combination. I can't pull it out of this though. I mean, it tastes not like a Greek yogurt. It's like a bit of kefir, a bit sour, but sweet at the same time. It's really good. I like it.
And with my takeaway yogurt, we are heading back to the hutongs to the next stop.
So what I read online was that these hutongs, it's shared between generations, and then you have like a yard in.
Yeah, so stop in here. Just have a look here for a
Okay.
second. When you look at a courtyard like this, you used to have like the storerooms and the servants' quarters on either side of the front gate. Then you'd have the family bedrooms around the sides and the shared area like the kitchen over at the back. And inside was a big empty courtyard. And now when you look in, you don't see a big empty courtyard anymore. You see other buildings. Because in the 20th century, so many people started to move to Beijing that they started to build new houses in the courtyards of other houses. So the empty garden space is now more houses. If you look up here, you can see that there are electricity meters up there. That's one for each house. So you know, 100 years ago or more, this was a single family house, but now it's a multi-family house.
Okay, got it. So interesting.
This is exactly my type of tour, where I can learn about the history while seeing it with my own eyes. And our next stop is a very interesting one, and one that I didn't expect at all to have on the tour.
So, you've heard of sake, you've heard of soju, but most people outside China haven't heard of China's rice wine.
Okay.
This one's called mizio or no mizio. Normi is sticky rice. And so this is called no mizio. And we're going to try a flight of 6 different ones that the boss in here makes.
Good luck to me. Wow, that looks really special here. Thank you.
Sangre.
Wow, it smells so nice. This is a big jar.
Yeah, this is tea.
This is tea. Okay, I thought it's the rice wine already. Thank you.
The alcohol level in this rice wine is between 11 to 14%. And what they do here is they take rice and water and make a rice porridge out of it. And then a special Chinese yeast is added, and that creates a very unique set of flavors. There's of course more to the process here, but I am here to try these exact flavor creations. This feels very fancy to say it, and it kind of was. This is my first time trying Chinese rice wine, and I'm really excited. It's also my first time to have such a tasting in general.
Yum. I would never guess there's alcohol inside. It's just like a juice.
Garth explains a little bit about each wine, and then it's time to test it, and we are already testing the next one.
Oh, it's very sour. Wow. Sorry, I went for a second
That's
one
all right.
because I liked it so much.
I'm glad you like it. So number 3 is one, it's a bit sweeter, but to balance out that sweetness, they take a kind of small yellow flower from southern China called osmanthus flowers, and they age the alcohol with the osmanthus flowers, and the essential oils come out of those flowers. And so what you're going to get with this one is first a bitter flavor from the essential oils, then you'll get the floral flavor from the osmanthus flowers, then you'll get the sweetness at the end.
The alcohol level is rising, but the learning doesn't stop, which I love. The more I can learn about China, the more appreciation I have for the rich culture, and the more I can love the country for what it is.
Learned that the rice wine we tasted here is already used in the Michelin star restaurants across Beijing, which means it is so good. So don't trust my word, trust the Michelin star words. It's amazing. And now this place will work on expanding their rice wine. So once this goes famous, this is the place, this is the origin. I was here and I'm so happy I had a chance to try all of that. Now let's head to the next destination. Yes, yeah. Thank you. Oh, it turned like dark already.
Yeah.
What's the name of this neighborhood that we are walking through?
So this is called Dongsi. Where we met was called Beijing, and south of Beijing is called Dongsi.
And in that area, which I would never pronounce correctly, we came to try a very, very unique dish.
And it serves donkey meat, which has been eaten around Beijing for hundreds of years. I'm so excited to try this burger, which is supposed to be like in a flaky pastry. And I'm a little bit scared. I'm very scared. Not gonna lie, I'm very scared. But let's see. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a full chance. I hope it's good. I'm sure it's good. Let's just go in. I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Come in and sit down.
Thank you. It doesn't smell like donkey yet. I don't know what donkey smells like.
A delicacy. It's an everyday food, but it's a little bit special for people who live in this area.
Would you find like different types of restaurants, or is it like a chain, or is it like...
So this is kind of like a chain. It's one brand, and I think it's got 16 restaurants here in Beijing. It's called Wong Pengzi, and that means fatty Wong. What?
Fatty Wong's donkey burger.
Yeah.
But you would find it also in other restaurants.
Some other restaurants also serve donkey, but there are donkey specialist restaurants like this one here. I'll show you on the menu. Everything on the menu is donkey. So this is what we're going to try. Donkey burgers here. So you can see it's got the flaky pastry on the outside.
Did you hear that? Flaky pastry? That's dough layered with butter or oil, and more layers with more butter and oil are added on top. So it's like the best possible dough choice there with donkey meat inside. I'm all here for it. And then the moment finally came. The burger with donkey meat has arrived. Never thought I'm gonna have that, but here I am trying all the good stuff that China has. But before I have that, let me know in the comments below whether you have tried donkey meat before.
Oh God, okay. Oh, it smells amazing though. It smells like butter. I have to say though, the bun looks amazing, and the bread, it looks flaky, definitely, but it has this like crust from outside, and you smell the butter, so the bread is already good, I'm sure. And it has some like onions or green peppers, I think, inside, and the meat is so thinly chopped. Okay, I have to go for it before inspecting it too much. Okay, it smells normal, it smells nice. Wow, it is very lean. It's really nice. It's like super flavorful. It doesn't have a particular taste. Like, I don't feel like I'm eating something like super unusual. It's just very, very delicious meat, very like thin. I need another bite. Like, the meat is just perfect. I would have never said this is donkey. I like it. I'm gonna go finish this thing. See what a food tour can do to you. Like, suddenly you like meats you never thought you knew, and now I will have to come back to Beijing just to eat it. Thank you very much for showing up. I ate a whole donkey sandwich. Half. Yay! One donkey sandwich later, I'm a happier person. And now let's continue on to the next one.
I have already tried so many new things this evening, but the next dish that I'm about to have is something that I've had on my first day in Beijing.
We're trying something called a Jianbing, and it's 2,300 years old.
Wow, that's very old.
So come in and have a look, and I'll show you how it's made.
I love all types of very like traditional stuff.
The dough here is made out of millet flour and mung bean flour. It's pretty healthy, but it gets healthier because jian means to fry something without much oil, and this definitely has a minimal amount of oil, and all the flavor comes from the sauces and toppings instead. The dough is spread on a hot pan. Then an egg is cracked open and equally spread around evenly and topped with black sesame seed. Once it is rotated, a sauce is added on top, which is a sweet flour paste and is a mixture of flour and water that is left to ferment, and it gives it this umami flavor. Chilies, coriander and other toppings are added before a deep-fried wonton finds its place in the middle of it all. I know, it sounds so delicious. My mouth is watering too, just thinking about this now.
It smells amazing. It's at perfection, like just everything is folded like a little envelope.
There you go. So these are too hot to hold. So hold it by the edges like that.
It's way more flavorful than the one we had for breakfast. It's a bit too hot to eat. You need to let it cool down, but all I'm feeling is like crunchy. Very, very flavorful. So delicious. Way more salty. You have the onion, you have the cracker, you have the egg, the sauce. Just delicious. I could eat the whole thing. We had it already when I tried it in my last video for breakfast, and it really wasn't that good. And I wanted like to give up on this. So I'm so happy we came back to this and tried it again. Now I don't know where I'll find it again other than here. Such a delicious one. I don't know what to look out for when I would choose that, but it's just delicious. And this place right here has them. Right, full? This is too good to even waste one bite of it. This is so delicious. And we are already heading to the next point as well. And I haven't even finished this one.
And so this guy that we're coming to visit now has been cooking chicken wings here for more than 40 years. And when they turned a room of their house into a chicken wing room, his wife said, let's build upstairs. And now the whole downstairs of their house is just for chicken wings.
Wow, that sounds like they know what they're doing.
They absolutely know what they're doing.
Oh wow, it's very full.
你好，哎，你好，你好，
Wow.
哥，坐里面是吧？坐那儿吧。好了，谢谢。
放这儿啊？
对。
你好。Hello. Wow. This is a cute little room.
Come and sit over this side.
Thank you. Look at that.
Yeah, and you can come and sit on this side.
It does look like a house. Wow, it does feel like I'm in somebody's living room right now. The best. Wow. I'll take your word for it. Wow, I'm so excited to try it. This restaurant, as the lovely man right now says, is supposed to have the best wings in the city. And it is actually located in one of these hutongs. So this used to be their lower ground floor, and this used to be their yard or like their, I guess, communal area. And nowadays, this is all a restaurant around me. It has rooms left and right. The kitchen is just there. The decorations look amazing. I'm so excited to try this. Wow. Hello.
This is the boss. His name is Wu Ge.
Ah.
你好，
Ni hao. This is such a small kitchen. Hello, ni hao.
And while I was waiting for our food to arrive, I saw this big family getting their meal, and oh wow, the smell of freshly barbecued chicken with the right spices on it, it's so good! You know that smell. And a short time after, we equally got our dish. The meat is brushed with honey before it hits the barbecue, and then the honey becomes kind of a glue for the chilies to stick on. Sweet and spicy perfection, you could call it.
Okay, so I have the famous chicken wings. I also have coconut milk, which I think will be a good stuff for me after I eat this like super spicy chicken to cool down. And one of the chickens is mild. It still has the Sichuan pepper. And then one chicken is, yeah, next level. Look at that level of chili on it. Oh, so hot. Oh my god, it's so good. This is delicious. It's like roasted perfectly. The flavors are so nice. It's like spicy. Oh wow, that numbingness comes now on the tongue. It comes afterwards, right? And the honey is just like cooling it down. I don't even need my coconut juice yet. This is so good. I love the Sichuan pepper. It's you don't feel it until you feel it. And then like your whole mouth is like after the dentist when they give you an injection. A little bit like that. You don't really feel it, but you still feel it. But just on your tongue, not like in your lips or somewhere.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, right? So good. I'll place it here for now. And now, let's go all in on the chili one. I'm scared. This is like the max spice level they have. So this is for the pros. It's okay on the first bite. Ooh! It comes afterwards. It comes really spicy afterwards. It's all burning in my mouth. That's when the coconut milk comes in. Okay, that neutralizes it. I can definitely see why this is like the famous place to eat chicken wings here in Beijing. With that, our food tour sadly comes to an end. I have enjoyed every single dish. It's absolutely recommendable. And if you want to book this tour, I will leave a link down below for it. Really, I can only highly recommend it. I have taken lots of food tours around the world, and this one is a really good one. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button to support me and so that other people can find it as well. And I will see you in the next video about China.